Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and today's video. It is another walk through the garbage can. We are going to do my empties for the last couple of months. Now, I'm always surprised at how quickly these come around because I only do them every quarter. Yet here we are again. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of empties sitting in front of me. Now, because there are so many, I split it into two. So today is all about skincare and the next video is going to be everything else, all the other beauty things like hair, makeup, and body. So I will put a link to that up here as well as down below once that video is done if you want to check that out as well. Before we get into this, I want to ask your opinion on something. So I am knee deep right now in testing sunscreens for my upcoming video at the end of the month. And I put on a sunscreen this morning, and usually the way it goes is I put on sunscreen in the morning on a filming day, don't put any makeup on, and then when I come back to film, I do the makeup in advance of sitting down right here. But I put this new sunscreen on that I'm testing, gosh, probably 6 hours ago. It is 5:30 in the evening, and I went to sit down and put my makeup on and went, oh my gosh, I look like I have makeup on when in fact I didn't. So right now, I have no makeup on my face. I have, well, a little bit of eye stuff. I have my brows done, some mascara, a tiny bit of eyeshadow, and nothing else on except my lips, which is my baby lips. So there's nothing on my skin right now. There's no blush, there's no contour, there's no bronze, there is no highlighters, there's nothing. How's it look? Because I'm thinking this actually looks kind of like a foundation, and let me tell you, it is not a foundation. So tell me what you think down below. Because usually when I film, I use quite heavy makeup because this is high def. It's super unforgiving, big halo light, the works. So usually if something's not looking so good, it comes up on camera. So I'm just curious what you think. I'm going with it. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. Now, I've learned through doing these videos for a couple of years that there is what has now been established as the duh category. There are certain things that I just repurchase when I'm done using them. So I'm going to start there and I'm going to go pretty quickly through them because you've probably heard about them before. And if you haven't, you can check out the last empties. So the first item in the duh category is my CosRx Snail Mucin. I've talked about it a million times. I repurchase this over and over. It is an exceptional hydrator. So I like to use this every morning to get that hydration boost before I go in with the rest of my skincare. So that has already been repurchased and it is sitting over here for use every morning. Next up in the duh category is my serum by Maysama. It is the Green Rooibos Pressed Serum. I use this every single time I use my LED light therapy because it protects my skin from free radicals as well as boosts the effectiveness of LED light therapy. So that is on repeat purchase. There's always one of those, if not more, in my empties. The new one, plus 2 backups are already ready to go. 2 other duhs are my eye products. I still use both of these every single day in the morning and in the evening. The first is the Neon. It is the Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. And the second is by Allies of Skin. It is the Peptides and Omegas Firming Eye Cream. I've said it a million times. You don't need eye products. I do because I love them. So I use this first. I use this second, both morning and night. These are empty. The new ones are sitting over here and ready to go. And the last on my list of the duh repurchases is another Allies of Skin. It is the Peptides and Antioxidants Firming Daily Treatment. This is the one and done. This goes with me everywhere. This is the one that you don't even really need anything else. So this I use pretty much every day and I love it. So not only do I have one, I have multiple of these standing by. Okay, so we are going to go through the list as I would go through them in the day, and we are going to start off with the cleansers. This is a very interesting one that was sent to me by Dermaworks. Now, Dermaworks are the guys that do my eyelash serum that I am addicted to and I repurchase over and over, which actually is here now that I think about it. This is a cleanser. It is called their Glow. It is an 8% glycolic acid foaming face wash and exfoliator. Now this is empty, and here's the thing. I liked it and didn't like it. Now, I didn't like it as a face wash because I really don't like foaming things on my face. Now, whether it's in my brain or not, I just don't like them because I feel like they're stripping my skin. I'm not saying that's what it's doing. It's just what my brain says. But what I did do is move this over to my body, and I started using that particularly on the arms, where I don't know about you guys, but as I get older, I kind of get these bumps, and it was a really good exfoliator for that. Now, I love the idea of a glycolic cleanser, and I probably need to do some more looking around for that. If you have really oily skin, you might like this if you're into foaming stuff. It has an unusual smell to it. I'm not gonna lie, it smells quite medicinal, but you know, that's probably what it's supposed to be doing. For me, this is not a repeat purchase, although I did get good use out of it by moving it over to the body. Yeah. So it wasn't exactly for me, but it might be for a lot of people out there. Next up in cleansers is this Beauty by True Botanicals. Now, I've talked about this loads of times. I'm so sad that it is empty. It is called the Ginger Turmeric Cleansing Balm. This is hands down my new favorite cleanser, and I didn't even know it existed, and boy, am I glad I found it. So I am definitely a double cleanse girl, and it's all about the balms for me. But this is just lusciousness, and the slip on it and how it leaves your face is absolutely beautiful. Now, I have not repurchased it because I have to ship it in from the US. And I'm not going to do that. But the next time I go home, I'm going to purchase it in advance and send it to the house so that it is there and ready for me. It is beautiful. And in fact, I'd suggested to my friend Claudia over at Claudia Glows that she get this, and she did. And she said that she loves it. I mean, it's just beautiful. So I will definitely repurchase when I'm back in the States next. And the last cleanser in the Empties is by Maysama. This is the Green Rooibos Gel Balm Cleanser. This is just a great cleanser. It's affordable. It does the job. I actually really love it, and I travel with this a lot too. This is definitely going to be repurchased. The only reason I didn't repurchase it is because I emptied it the day after I had already placed an order. So I had already just placed an order for my serum replenishment, and I missed the boat. So the next time I go and place another order, I will be buying this as well. It's just feels really nice on the skin. It's a bit lighter than a balmy situation, so I use this as a second cleanse. So next we're going into the serums, and I have 2 items on here. And the first one is by Deepology. It is called their Matrixyl 3000. This is a fantastic serum that's designed to hydrate as well as reduce some fine lines and wrinkles. So I've actually done a whole video about this, which I'll put the link for that down below if you want to check it out. The only reason that I haven't reordered it is because I'm testing another product in the same kind of category of peptides. So I haven't repurchased it, but it's a great value. I think it runs about $40, and it does great things for the skin. Go check out my video. It's lovely. Not the video, the product. Next up in the serums are these little guys by Calisum. Now, I've talked about them quite a few times on this channel, and I've gone through quite a few of them. This is all about stem cell technology. So their conditioned media contains what they say is the highest concentration of stem cell derived growth factors and proteins that you can get. Now, these were originally only available in clinic for use post-procedure. And while I originally started using these sort of as a regular day-to-day serum, I have reserved these now for post-medical microneedling that I'm doing at home. And that is because it speeds up recovery. Now, these are very expensive, so I went from sort of daily use to exceptional use. So I'm usually medical microneedling about every 4 to 6 weeks. So I use this during, post, and sort of the day after the procedure, because what this does is helps my skin bounce back much faster. It's reducing the redness. It's making my skin able to face the world again. I don't have to hide away as I'm recovering from sticking needles in my face. So I think I've gone through many of these. I received them in a box of 6. Now, each one of these is about $100, so I think it's about $350 if you buy the whole kit. They have kindly sent me the kit, and I think I have about 3 left of these. I love them. And there was no doubt about, I think a week or 2 ago, I actually had to film the day after I medical microneedled, and I wasn't able to put any makeup on my face, and you never would have known it because my skin looked great, and I think it's because of Calisum. Next, we are moving on to sunscreens. I love sunscreens because this is one of my favorite things to put on every day, and trying to find ones that really work. Gosh, I've got some good ones here. And in fact, neither of them may be a surprise because I'm pretty sure I've talked about them before. The first is My Beauty of Joseon, and I love this sunscreen. I've gone through quite a few of them. I discovered it last year, and it is a Korean sunscreen that is just so beautiful on the face and on the skin. It leaves it super hydrated, which is what I'm always going for. Plus the finish on it is just a little bit dewy, but not greasy. It is perfection. Makeup goes over it so, so well. I haven't repurchased it this time, even though we're empty. And the only reason I haven't repurchased it is because Stalvana sent me a lovely little package of new sunscreens to try. So I'm in the process of doing that right now because I have a video coming up in a few weeks all about the sunscreen challenge, and I just haven't repurchased it. Am I going to repurchase it? Oh yeah. This is just so good. I'm definitely going to repurchase. And it's affordable, by the way, super affordable. I think it runs about 13 euros, $15, somewhere in there. It could even be 11, depending on where you get it. Now, I tend to get all my Korean stuff from Stalvana. They have incredible prices. The shipping's not the fastest in the world, but you know, I've got so much sunscreen on hand, it doesn't really matter. But they're great, and it's a great place to pick them up. The next sunscreen is also another Korean sunscreen that I received by Stalvana, and this is by Isntree. It is called the Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. Oh, this is so nice. I love it. I absolutely love it. And in fact, I actually have 2 standing by because I actually bought a twofer of these quite recently. And it's a little bit lighter than the Beauty of Joseon, which sometimes if my skin just isn't needing as much hydration, this is what I reach for. So, I mean, these are both great, but you can't go wrong. So if you maybe have slightly oilier skin, you might want to go with this. Whereas if you have drier skin, go with this. I go with them both. I'm going to be repurchasing both over and over again, and I love them. Next up, It's my retinoid. I've started to talk about this recently, and I'm so excited to be on the retinoid train again. It is my tretinoin by the company Skin & Me. It's only available in the UK, so if you're not there, you can just whiz on past this. But I love these guys. I've started this program, I guess, a couple of months ago. I have 3 now. I'm on my 4th, and they started me off really slow so that I could adjust and my skin wouldn't have any reaction. So I've actually done a video very recently, so I'll link that down below if you want to have a look. Skin & Me, I love my, I think I'm up right now on dosage to about 0.0015. I started at 0.006. It was so low, it was barely even there. And it also combines, I can't read this without my glasses on, azelaic acid and niacinamide, and I love her. So I'm 3 down, and you're just going to see these in all my empties from now on. So if you have an interest in Skin & Me and you live in the UK, check out the video. I think I also have a discount code, which I'll put down below. I may have discount codes for a lot of these, which I will put down below. The very last thing I have today is actually a mask. And you know, face masks aren't something that I do a whole lot of, but Karuna is the name of the company that sent me a bunch of these, and I really liked it. This is the collagen 2-piece hydrogel face mask, and I have to say, I loved it. Now, Karuna is a company that started with the sheet masks, and they kind of have a huge wide range of them. And I know that they've expanded into other areas, but I have a collection of the masks, and I really liked this. I have to say, my skin felt super hydrated. It was really easy to use. It came in 2 parts. It stayed beautifully on my skin, which is probably why I don't use a lot of sheet masks. I think I have a tiny face. Anyway, this was a delight to use. So I'm going to be dipping the toe or the face or the hands, they have masks for all of these, into the pool of Karuna a lot more, and you will be hearing from me more about these soon. So guys, that is it for today's Empties video. It doesn't feel like as much, just to warn you, the next video has a lot more. There seems to be a lot more hair activity for me at the minute. But anyway, that was it for today's Empties. A lot of them are not going to come as a surprise. There were some new ones here. Anything you like? Any of your favorites in here? And I always want to know if you have any suggestions of new products that I should be trying, because I'm always looking for new stuff. You know, it's fun to tinker, right? So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining. And if you like this video, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And I look forward to seeing you at the next one. Bye. Is it on?
It's on.
Is it? Are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay.